Okay. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, with Raspberry Pi is an inferencing data taking 4 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds, 4 seconds. For image, sir, which we have captured. Ye- Yes, sir. For that, the inference time is 1.2. Hello, very good afternoon, everyone. Very good afternoon, everyone. Could you please confirm once that you can see me, you can hear me, as well as you can see the slides? Just once, so that we can start. Hello. Okay, okay, okay. Is it audible, right? Voice is coming, no issue is there, right? Just confirm once. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So, very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ambuj. I am a research scholar at Agricultural and Food Engineering Department, IIT Kharagpur. And today I'll be taking your last session, that is the summary session. Okay, for this particular course, which is problem solving through programming in C. Okay, this course is taught by Professor Anupam Basu from IIT Kharagpur. Okay, so this is the last session. I'll be summarizing all of the content which I have delivered till the last 12 weeks. Okay, and all the concepts I'll try to revise them. Okay, after that we will just go through some of the practical aspects, some of the questions. Okay, after that, if you are still having any doubts, anything, okay, which you like to ask, okay, that you can do. Okay, be patient. If you are having a notebook and pen, then it would be much better. Okay, meanwhile, if any issue is there regarding voice or some slides, then please unmute yourself, tell me. Okay, rest you can type also. As you also already know, I have taken the sessions, 12 particular sessions, along with the recordings and the PDF of the notes. Everything I have tried to deliver to you guys. Okay, now it is the final session. So before the session itself, I am telling you that these 12 PDFs, along with the video lectures, along with the lecture recordings, which we have provided, they are completely uh, they are in completely useful for you for the examination point of view. Okay, they comprise of the entire syllabus. Okay, so before you sit in the examination, it is a must that you should go through all of this entire content. Okay, this is from my side. Okay, let us begin. I'll try to revise as much as concepts which are possible. Be ready with a notebook and pen the important aspects. And if at any point of time you want to ask anything, you can please unmute yourself. Okay, and or otherwise you can use the chat box also. Okay, let us begin with this spirit. This course, as you already know, was about the foundational concepts of programming in C language and equipping the students with systematic approaches to solve computational problems. Okay, why is it problem solving? Programming is not just about writing the code itself, it's about real world problems. As you already know, it may basically it involves logical thinking and algorithmic approaches. Okay, one important aspect is this, that why we are learning this particular C programming. Okay, already there are much modern languages, as you already know, C, C++, Java, then Fortran was there earlier, and Java and Python are mainly used nowadays along with C++, but this is the foundation language. That is why we are learning this particular language. It is still till day it is used in OSs. OS means operating systems. Okay, then embedded systems. Embedded systems means microcontrollers. Okay, you would be dealing about those particular things in your, I think, BTech third year or fourth year. Okay, there you will be seeing a lot of microcontrollers, like for the example, Raspberry Pis are there, or Nvidia Jetson Nano, Nvidia Jetson Xavier. These are few of the name microcontrollers, industrial level microcontrollers. Okay, which are till date used. Okay, now a lot of microcontrollers, for example Arduino, ESPs, and these all are the classes of microcontrollers. They basically rely on C and C++, as well as the entire operating system. If you are using either, you must be using Android or iOS device or Windows device, the entire device in itself is running on OS or a code, okay, basic code, uh, in which the everything is getting compiled in real time. Okay, so that particular code is written either in C sharp or in C language. Okay, why? Because the execution is systematic, execution is sequential, as well as no further conversion is required into any other language. This is the importance of the C language. If you are thinking about even the spaceships, okay, they particularly also rely on the very basic logical languages, okay, like C, C sharp, C++. Okay, because Python codes as well as the Java code, they are very much useful for uh, complex tasks. But to the OS level things, still the C language is in use. Okay, because it is very systematic. It is very sequential, as well as the processing time is minimal. Okay, this you just keep in mind. And what other aspects which we have covered? Writing and running C programs using the C compilers like GCC, Turbo C. Okay, then we have included IO, input output functions, scanf, then printf, then mastering data types, loops, conditions, functions, arrays. Okay, this we have already gone through. Then we have analyzed the time space complexity. Then we have structured the applied the structured programming techniques. Okay, which of the techniques which we like to use. Okay, use cases, a lot of use cases we have seen in particularly. Okay, and still we'll be looking through all of those. Okay, then comes the problem solving aspects. How will you in particularly how you will approach a particular problem. Okay, first of all, whether it comes to the real life problem or it comes to the uh, problem related to real world problem. Okay, problem which is related to our real life. First of all, the approach which you always have to follow, these this particular approach is, first of all, we have to understand the problem. Okay, read the entire problem carefully. Reading, in case the problem has been carefully formulated, before that formulation is there. When it is, if it is a real world problem, then you have to formulate the problem. Okay, identify the inputs, expected outputs, and the constants. Okay, this you have to do. Okay, problem formulation, this is a very critical aspect. First of all, you have to formulate the problem, then you have to understand it. Okay, understanding, formulating, this is the step number one. Then developing algorithm. Okay, develop an algorithm is a step by step instruction in order to solve the particular problem. That is the development of an algorithm. Okay, this can be done either using a pseudocode. Pseudocode is nothing but a rough code. Okay, code. Okay, means sequentially write down the steps. Step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Likewise, steps you will just write them down. Okay, this is the problem solving approach. Okay, problem solving approach using either pseudocode or making the flowcharts. If you are drawing a flowchart, it is visual. It provides us the visual representation or the logical flow. It helps us in debugging and planning. Okay, okay. Then if you can even proceed with the pseudocode. Pseudocode is written in plain English. Okay, it describes the logic. Okay, still I have seen at my place also, at even in IITs, a lot of students come in their fourth year, fifth year, and they still don't know what is the meaning of pseudocode. Okay, so that is something which is truly unexpected. An engineer should always know the basic terminologies. Okay, so that is the pseudocode. Pseudocode is nothing but a plain English code. Okay, plain English code or a rough code. Okay, written in plain English. Which step will come after which step? Okay, that is the meaning of pseudocode. This shall not happen with you people. Okay, you should always remember there are two basic approaches: flowchart and pseudocode. Okay, then use logic into C syntax. Use correct functions, loops, conditions, everything. You have to implement the code inside the C language. Okay, then you have to go for dry running. Okay, you have to go for dry running. Dry running means What do you mean by dry run? Dry run means simulating the entire code, simulating the entire code, as well as simulating entire functions, which function will come after which function, because everything is very sequential. Okay, so which function will come after which particular function, or what would be the sequence in which the entire operation will be executed, that comes under dry run or trace table. Trace table is nothing. Trace is same as trace is the same meaning is there, which is there with the matrices. Okay, matrices. Okay, trace some of the diagonal elements, that is the trace in case of a matrix. Similar trace is there here only. Okay, you have to keep the check which step is functioning, which step is not functioning, what is the exact sequence. Okay, that is meant by trace table. Then comes the role of testing and debugging. Bug means errors in code. Okay, debugging means errors in code. Okay, you always have to sequentially uh, run the entire code. Okay, as well as you just have to check for the errors, which are the errors which are hindering the successful execution of the code. Okay, that you have to resolve within the real time, and then comes the entire procedure which is there in the problem solving. Okay, most of you, as far as my knowledge, are in either the first year, second year, third year. Okay, some people might have even crossed fourth year. Okay, very important question. This it is a very important question as when it comes to placement point of view. Okay, when you would be sitting for the placements, you would be asked what are the different steps in problem solving, and they want you to be very specific at that point of time. Okay, so there you can tell that which are the steps which are involved in any problem solving. Okay, what are the 7 8 steps, that specific steps you can mention. I have even asked my students which I teach here at IIT Kharagpur, and they just give gibberish answers. Some logical, something is logical, something is illogical, because after reading lot of courses, approximately 40 50 courses. Okay, then they forget what are the fundamental aspects. Okay, so here itself I am telling you, okay, what are the principal steps and how you can approach. Okay, this is the thing. Now comes the another thing, which is basics of C programming. Okay, what are the basics of C programming? What is the structure of a C program? Structure is same for each and every program. First aspect is preprocessor directive, that is calling the library. Okay, calling the library using hash include. Hash include is the preprocessor directive. Okay, then the comes the main function. Inside the main function, there would be declarations, statements, and the ending would be with a statement which is return zero. Okay, or return anything whichever you want to return. Okay, it is not necessary that you are returning zero, because it is an int function. It should return a value, otherwise the compiler will raise an error. That is why we are returning zero. You can return anything, because that particular aspect is not getting calculated everywhere, anywhere. Okay, that is the thing. Now comes building blocks of C programming. Input and output functions. Scanf, printf are the basic input and output functions. Okay, there is a example which you can see. Okay, very basic examples. Int a equal to 5, b equal to 10, and sum equal to a plus b, and we are printing the entire sum. Okay, so how you will compile and execute the particular C code? Okay, write the code as a .c file, then compile using the compilers like GCC is there, as well as you can fix errors, run the executable. Okay, these are the different different steps. Okay, first of all you will try to write the .c code, then you will try to compile. Okay, compile the entire GCC code, then you have to fix the errors, okay, which are coming. After that you can make an executable file is a type of file which can be run on any of the system which is having the uh, requisite libraries, not requisite libraries, which is having the requisite OS operating system. Okay, libraries and everything will be included within the executable file itself. Okay, that is the aspect. Okay, so this is regarding the compilation and execution of the C code. Okay, next is your header files. Okay, header files. They contain declarations for built-in functions. For example, is stdio.h. Okay, this is an header file. Main function, entry point of every C program is the main function. Okay, main function. Then variables are there which are used to store the data. Data types are there: int, float, character, double, unsigned int. All these are the data types. Then comes the role of operators. Operators are plus, minus, divide, multiply, then post increment, then pre increment, relational, logical operators. Okay, try to remember the slide which I provided you in week 2. Okay, it is having the details of all the logical operators in a summary, in a tabular format. Okay, so go through that. That will help you in the examination. As well as we have given gone through the priority table. Okay, which is the priority, in which direction we have to proceed, which is the priority table. Okay, then comes the control statements: if else, then if. Okay, switch case, these are the particular statements. Okay, then comes the loops. Okay, for, while, do while, these are the different types of loops. Okay, available in the C language. Okay, then comes the functions. Functions are used for code modularization and the reusability which you want to keep. Okay, next is control structures. Control structures is, the control structures allow you to control the flow execution, which flow, in which direction the code is getting executed. Okay, that is the control structure. Control structures allow you to control the flow of execution in a program based on conditions or repetition. Okay, decision making statements are there. Okay, which are if else, then nested if inside if, then else if, then switch case. Switch case statements are there which are very well used. Okay, for decision making. Already we have seen the syntax as well as each and every aspect. Okay, I'm just giving you a brief here. Okay, yeah, placement point of view is this only. What are steps in problem solving? Problem solving, what are the different steps which are involved in problem solving, any real world problem solving? They'll give you an example. Even if you will appear for any uh, reputed company like Amazon, they'll give you a real world scenario. For example, monitoring of the number of people which are entering in a mall. Okay, there is a CCTV and a queue is coming. Okay, entire queue is coming. So how you will monitor? This is a dicto question from your Amazon interview. Okay, so in that particular interview, you have to define like this only. What are the steps which are involved in programming? Okay, how you will solve this particular problem? Okay, so there you can tell that these are the particular steps, and regarding how you will approach. Okay, how you will approach that you just have to tell. Okay, after that comes the role of coding. Okay, that is mainly dealt with your programming skills, which you will learn in due course of time in first year, second year, third year. Okay, you will undergo a lot of courses. There you will try to build the solid logic, how real world problems are approached. Okay, this is the basic. This is the introductory part. Okay, after this, a lot of courses are there because in real world problems, stochastic learning is involved. Okay, stochastic learning means giving a logic, then arriving through error, then retraining the model. This is stochastic learning based on uncertainty. Okay, this all things you will learn particularly in a course which is operations research. Okay, after this your entire knowledge will be built, then only you would be able to approach a real world problem, and that will be asked in your interview. This is the entire flow. Okay, yeah, coming back to the topic itself. Loop type is for, while, do while. Okay, these are the basic types of loop. For is used for looping with known iterations. Okay, for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. This is the standard syntax. Then while loop is there for looping until the condition gets false. Okay, this is the execution of while loop. Okay, then comes the do while loop. Do while until a particular condition is arrived. Okay, loop control statements. What are the different loop control statements? They are break, then continue, then go to. Okay, go to means it is highly non-recommendable. Okay, it transfers control to a certain level statement. Okay, you want to jump in between these statements. Okay, this increases the complexity of the entire program, so it is highly non-recommendable. Okay, this is only done in few of the very uh, worst case scenarios. Okay, that is the thing. Now you try to see the particular program has been written for if else loop. Okay, inti is written here. Okay, then for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I plus plus, if I more 2 equal to 0, printf percent d is even, else print percent d is odd. This is a very basic program. This very basic program is used for which purpose? For checking whether a given integer is even or odd. Okay, this is the thing. Then comes your arrays and string. Okay, what is an array? Array is a collection of similar data types stored at contiguous memory allocations. Contiguous means continuous and side by side. Okay, continuous and adjacent. That is the two aspects of contiguous memory allocation. Means continuous as well as side by side. Okay, or adjacent. That is the thing. Syntax is data type, then array name, then size. For example, int marks is written here, and after that I have provided the particular uh, in the square basis I have provided the memory size. Okay, and after that I have written the elements which I want to store in this particular array, which is marks. Okay, accessing elements printf percent %d marks 2. Okay, that output it will provide as 70 because why? What is the reason? Because the indexing it starts in from 0 itself. Okay, that is the aspect here. Indexing in C always starts from 0. That is why this particular aspect is there. Okay, indexing is starting from 0 itself. That is why the thing is there. Okay, indexing is starting from 0. That is why when you are calling for the element, second element, okay, the output is 70 only. Okay, this is the thing. Two different types of arrays are there, one dimensional array as well as two dimensional array. Okay, one dimensional array means list of elements. Okay, and two dimensional array means matrix. Okay, matrix. Okay, it would be having rows and columns, as well as there are three dimensional arrays also. Okay, that is not the end. Three dimensional arrays also you can declare always. Okay, three dimensional array, what do you mean by that? Row and columns would be there. Okay, row column would be there, and they will be stacked one over the another. That is three dimensional array. There can be four dimensional, one, five dimensional, any of the dimensional array. Stacks will keep on increasing. That is meant by the array, the dimensionality of the array. Okay, but for your the sake of your course, it is just limited to three dimensions only. Okay, one dimension, two dimension, and your three dimension. Okay, that is the thing. What is a string in C? String is a 1D array of characters ending with null point character. Null point character is given by the backslash 0. Okay, so by default it is having null point character, or it is having the terminator. This is the default terminator, null point character. Okay, declaration is character name equal to ls. Okay, then string input output is there, scanf is there, then printf is there. These are the input and output statements. Okay, common string functions include string length strlen. Okay, then string copy strcpy, then strcmp. This is string comparison. Okay, then strcat, string concatenation. Okay, string concatenation means making uh, adding the both the strings. For example, one string is problem solving, another string is programming in C. So the concatenated string will be problem solving programming in C. Okay, this is meant by concatenation. Okay, this is a particular example. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, int main is written. Then character word I have provided as C programming. Then printf, what is the length? LU is long unsigned. Okay, unsigned long integer, that is LU. Okay, then what is the length that is getting printed here? So whatever will be the length, starting from 0, okay, that will be printed. Starting from 1 index, it is not limited to index. Whatever the index is, that will be added to 1, because it is asking about the length. Okay, length, that will not be starting, that counting will not start from 0 itself, it will start from 1 itself. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, now comes, what are the different types of functions, what are the recursion in C. What is a function? Function is a self-contained block of C code designed to perform a specific task. Okay, already you have seen lot of use cases are there. What are the use cases for code reusability? Okay, writing the same code again, 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 and again, again, the again. Okay, that won't be very uh, good choice. Okay, when it comes to the programming. Okay, so code reusability. Okay, that is the main aspect. Then easy debugging and maintenance, that is the second aspect. Then improving the program structure and readability, that is the third aspect. Okay, function syntax is there, return type, then name, then number of the parameters. Okay, for example, int add is there, int a and int b. What is unsigned integer? Unsigned integer, already explained in the previous session. Signed integer is uh, minus infinity to plus infinity. Unsigned integer is 0 to infinity, where 0 inclusive, infinity is non-inclusive. Okay, any integer value without any negative value, only the positive values, that is unsigned integer. Both are having only 4 bytes of memory only. Okay, by default, that is the thing. Now int add, in the example itself I have provided int add, int a and b I am taking as input, and then returning the sum, which is a plus b. Example use case of return. Okay, then different types of statements, function calling statements are there. Call by value or call by reference. Call by value means passes a copy of the variable. Okay, call by reference means via pointers. Okay, via pointing. Okay, via pointers, it will allow you to modify the original copy. Okay, so basic difference between call by value and call by reference is this only. When you are calling a variable by value, you are passing a copy of the variable, but when you are copying the when you are calling it by reference, you are not only calling the name of it. Okay, you are just providing the actual address also. Okay, so whatever changes you will make in the variable, that would reflect in the original variable, because the memory cell address, everything is passed. Okay, this is the thing. Then comes, what is recursion? Recursion is when a function calls itself to solve a smaller version of the problem. Okay, that is the recursion. Then base case and recursive case are essential. Okay, so for example, then factorial using a recursion is there. Okay, int factorial, int n, it is taking as input. If n equal to 0, if 0 factorial is 1. Okay, then this is the base case, otherwise you have to return n into factorial n minus 1. This is the example of a program which calculates the factorial of a number using the recursion. Already we have seen. You can even do this with the help of for loop also. Okay, as well as do while loop, every facility is there. But here in person, I have dealt with the recursion. Okay, with recursion, how you can solve a particular problem with recursion. Okay, what are the pros and cons? These also a very important question. Okay, what are the pros and cons of recursion versus your iteration? Okay, very important question. After the 3 years or 4 years of your btech, okay, you would not be able to remember this particular thing very specifically. Okay, when you would be sitting in the placement itself, you would be providing a very general answer. Okay, general answer is not required there. Okay, a very specific answer is required. This is also a favorite question of the interviewer, particularly with the people who are taking these job interviews. Okay, so it is their favorite question. Okay, what is the difference between recursion as well as the iteration? Okay, sometimes I have seen that a student itself gets very confused, because at that point of time tension is very high, whether I'll get selected, I'll not get selected. First of all, the thing is this, so they are talking just gibberish. Okay, so be very thorough with your basics. What he wants to ask, listen the question properly. After that, answer the question. Okay, sincere advice to you all. Okay, So what is recursion? What is iteration? First of all, you should know that function inside a function, calling function inside a function is recursion, and calling standard loops, okay, iteratively till the end condition is not reached. That is the recursion. That is the iteration. Yeah, recursion is calling a function within itself. Okay, this is the recursion. Okay, so this is the entire difference between recursion and iteration. Okay, first of all tell the difference, then you tell all the aspects which are not that much significant. For example, you can tell that what is the code length. Code length in recursion is very short, in iteration it is very long. In case of memory usage, okay, the recursion has more because the exponential combinatorial problem is there. Okay, function inside a function is there, so call stack is there. Means what is meant by call stack? Multiple copies of the same function will be created, so it will occupy a lot of memory. Okay, that is the that is the disadvantage of recursion. Okay, now you see in case of iteration it is having very less memory usage. Okay, uh, this is the iteration. Okay, this is the iteration. In case of iteration, very less memory usage is there. When it comes to performance, in case of recursion it is very slow, but in case of iteration it is very fast. Okay, this is the difference between recursion and iteration. Okay, why is it slow in case of recursion and why is it fast in case of iteration? This you just try to tell me in the comment section, or you can unmute. Okay, why in case of question I am repeating. Okay, why in case of recursion the performance is slower, while in case of iteration it is faster? Okay, this is the question. This is the statement of the question, and why is it slower in case of recursion, why is it faster in case of iteration? This you try to tell. Try answering. Yes. What happened? Feeling sleepy? Try to answer. Your voice is breaking, sir. Okay, is it for everyone? Am I audible, not audible? Here I am seeing that my voice is clearly visible. In between it is breaking. Okay. Okay, so please deal with it. What can I do? But mainly it is audible, right? You can continue, else I'll rejoin. Yeah. Kunal Ghosh has answered, in every function call a new stack frame is created, so executing it will take more time. Okay, this is very correct when it comes to recursion. But why iteration is faster? This also you should try to tell, right? But in iteration is execution as per conditions. Uh, okay, this is Shubhika. Okay, Subhiksha. Sorry. Recursion is executed again and again, so it can be end. But in iteration is execution as per conditions. Okay. First of all, please, this is the last session. After this, you won't be having any opportunity to interact with me. Please introduce yourself also briefly. Okay. What is your name? Name I can see. Don't write that. In which college you are studying and what is the year? Okay. This you just tell me. In which year you are or in which program you are. Three things only I want to know. Okay. What is your college? What is your institution name? And which program are you currently studying? Okay, and then you are in which year? Okay, then only I'll be able to guide you accordingly. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Kunal, please try to answer this also, that why iteration is faster. Okay, third year in CK College of Engineering. Okay, so in fourth year you will be sitting for placement, so very nicely you have tried to answer, but Subiksha, try to answer it more objectively. Okay, in detail. Okay, don't stop here. You have tried to answer, but use the technical terminologies also. Okay, for example, call stack is a particular terminology. Okay, technical terminology. Call stack, multiple call stacks. Okay, this you try to include in your answer. Okay, in iteration the execution is as per the termination condition. Okay, the termination condition which we try to provide. Okay, but it does not makes it faster. The only thing which is making it faster is that it is having all the three things. It is having an initialization, it is having an increment decrement condition, and at the end it is having a termination condition. These three things all in combined, okay, this will create the this will lead to the faster execution of your iteration, okay, or iterative functions. But in case of your recursion, okay, multiple copies are created of the same program. Okay, so that is the reason function inside a function will lead to the exponential combinatorial problem. Okay, this is a technical aspect already explained you when I was explaining you the recursion. Okay, so this is the reason why the recursion is slower and iteration is faster. Okay, yeah, about Rishi I already know. Okay, yeah, iteration avoids repeated function call overhead and stack operations, making it faster than recursion. Okay, very good, very nice. By Roli Kushwaha, very good. Okay, about Rishi I already know. I have had a nice decent conversation with you, so I know all the aspects about you. Okay, yeah. Kunal Ghosh is in first year, BTech in Computer Science and Engineering. Very nice. Nice to meet you. Okay. Keep on introducing at the end. I'll just like to talk with you personally also. Okay, if I find time. Yeah. Moving ahead because I have to cover a lot of things and time is running very fast. I don't know why. Yeah. Then comes the seventh concept, which was pointers in C. Okay. Pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. Okay, so this is the definition of pointer. Pointer is a variable that stores the address of the another variable. Okay. Declaration syntax is data type. Then after that you have to write pointer star, then the pointer name. For example, int a equal to 10, then int star p star, then p equal to and a. Okay. P now stores the address of a. And pointer operators are and stores the address of the variable, and star. Stars is the value at address, or it is also known for dereferencing. Okay, star p gives the value which is 10. Okay, and a or ampersand a, star is asterisk and is ampersand. Okay, technically, what is the name of the operator that I am telling you? Okay, then basic pointer usage is hash include stdio.h, int main, then int x equal to 5, int star ptr equal to end x. This end x is nothing but the address of the particular pointer variable. Then printf value of x. Okay, then I am printing the pointer variable. Okay, why we are using the pointer? For accessing and manipulating the memory, for passing by reference. We want to modify the original variable, then we go for uh, the concept, we utilize the concept of pointers. Okay, create dynamic data structures, for example linked list, trees, etc. Okay, then pointers and arrays, int array 3. Okay, that is declared here. Then int star p equal to arr, then printf pointer p plus 1, it is printing 2. Okay, this is the use case. Then point to pointer is also there, that is the double pointer. Okay, dereferencing and referencing at the same time. Okay, then initialized pointers can cause segmentation faults. Okay, sometimes. Okay, this you always try to remember, that you don't keep an uninitialized pointer inside your code itself. Okay, always check that a pointer can cause segment. Always check that if a pointer is null before dereferencing. Okay, this is the thing. Yeah, next is your dynamic memory allocation in C language. Okay, what is dynamic memory allocation? Dynamic memory allocation refers to memory allocating during the runtime using pointers instead of declaring fixed size variables at compile time. Okay, don't know the size of data in advance and you want to optimize the memory usage, Then in those case you can go for dynamic memory allocation. This we just have seen in the previous session only, that was yesterday. Okay, so in that session I clearly told you all these different functions, the examples, okay, where you will use this. Okay, three or four different types of functions are there. First one is malloc. Okay, malloc is nothing but memory allocation. Okay, this is the standard syntax int star ptr, that is the initialization, then ptr equal to int star malloc 5 into size of int. Okay, if you don't know the size of int, your voice is still breaking, sir. Sir, I cannot do anything with it. Please rejoin because I don't think so any issue is that much significant is there. I just have to continue. Okay. I have checked my internet connection also. Everything works, looks fine for me. Okay. You can rejoin. You can check with your internet connection because not for all of the students it is breaking. Okay. If it is there with multiple people, then I'll try to check my internet connection. Here I am continuously monitoring and I think I am having a very good quality of voice input. Okay, please check with your sir. Okay, otherwise bear with me. You can even repeat in the recording itself. Okay, I am recording the session also. No worries. Providing you PDF also. Okay. Then malloc thing, entire thing I have just told you. Then comes your second part, which is calloc. Okay, calloc is calculating the allocating and initializing the memory to 0. Okay, initializing, allocating and initializing the memory to 0, that is the functionality of calloc. Okay, and the use case also I have explained here. Then realloc is nothing but reallocating the memory, resizing. Okay, resizing the existing block of the memory. Okay, that is realloc. Okay, then free, what is meant by free function? Free function deallocates the previously allocated memory, that is the free function. Okay, good practices are always check if memory allocation is successful. Okay, if ptr equal to null, then memory not to be allocated. This use case you can use. Okay, use free to avoid any memory leaks. Okay, don't access memory after free. Okay, real life usages in your dynamic arrays, then linked list, then tree graphs. Okay, one practical question which I will like to ask all of you, that why we are so much worried about the memory allocation. Do you have any idea that why we have created these four different functions? Why I am continuously pointing out that use memory judiciously, because nowadays your computers and all those things are coming with 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB, 5 TB storage. Okay, so these particular programs are in MBs only. So why we are so much worried? Any idea? Anyone will like to interact? Priyanka Goswami is in first year BTech in CSE from Techno International Newtown. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Yeah. Anybody? You understood my question, right? Why practically it is required? Okay, Ankita Sani from first year BTech CSC from Ambala Engineering College. Okay, thank you for introducing yourself. Yeah, I am asking you that why in particular I am so much worried about this particular concept, allocating memory, then making it free, and all those aspects. Why? Any idea? Anyone? Because nowadays your laptops are even having 2 TB, 3 TB, 1 TB memory, terabyte of memory we are having, 1024 GB we are having. So why we are just concerned, so much concerned? Why we want to save the memory? Why we want to allocate the memory so judiciously? Any answer to that? Anybody will like to interact? Any idea? Anyone? If anybody has any idea, then speak freely. Today is your last session. Okay. Don't hesitate. Unmute yourself. Whatever idea you are having, at least you will have a practice. Okay. You can say. When we don't know how much memory is required during compile time, but at runtime. Okay. Very good. Very nice. May the Rapu. So yeah. Okay, Mr. Soyak, you are absolutely correct. Okay, it is Soviet. Okay, Mr. Soviet, it is absolutely correct. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Soviet, it is absolutely correct that when you don't know how much memory is required during compile time, but at runtime. But I am asking you practically. This is written in the slide. Okay, this idea you must be having. But as per the practical aspects, which we will be asked in the interviews. Okay, I am asking. Okay, Miss Soviet. Okay, okay. Sorry for that, Miss Soviet. Okay. Any practical aspects which you like to talk about? Okay, very sorry. I didn't get any idea. Okay, Miss Soviet. Any practical aspect if you know, or anybody else, any practical aspects? Why we are so much worried nowadays itself? Which question will ask in interview, sir? Rishi, please try to be attentive. Okay, I have repeated the question three or four number of times. Okay, question is very basic question. Why we are so much concerned about the memory usage? We have created here itself four different functions: malloc, alloc, realloc, then free. Why we are so much concerned about the memory usage? Okay, because in your laptops also nowadays 1 TB, 2 TB memory is coming. Okay, so why we are so much concerned that we are creating different functions, then allocating the memory accordingly? So why we are so much concerned that we don't want to any leakage of memory? And Ankita Sani has very accurately answered. She is almost correct. Okay, memory allocation helps in managing multiple tasks at once. Very good. And Subiksha has answered memory congestion may occur, so we want to concentrate, sir. Okay, very good. These two are similar thing only. Okay, but when somebody is asking you practically, then you have to answer it something else. Okay, see your laptop. What is the cost of your laptop? Approximately 1 lakh rupees on an average, or 50,000 rupees, maybe 30,000, 20,000 rupees. Okay, but when it comes to a small LED bulb, okay, a small LED light, okay, fancy LED light, what is the cost? 100 rupees, 200 rupees, okay, or 300, 400, 1000 rupees. So your laptop is having 1 TB, 2 TB memory, okay, but that particular device which we are operating, that IC, that is what is there inside that fancy LED, okay, which is making it blink in a sequence. It is IC, integrated circuit. So that is also programmed using this particular language only. There is a IC compiler. Okay. Inside that compiler, you will write down. I am having that particular compiler in my college PC workstation. Okay. I'm having that IC compiler. I'll connect it through my PC, and then I'll write down each and everything inside that IC. That IC, you know how much memory it is having. It is only the maximum costing IC which I have purchased till it is having 512 KB of memory. Okay, and ICs generally have very less memory. Okay, because they are cheaper. They are produced in large. Okay, they are bulk produced. Okay, we can produce thousands of ICs for a very minimum cost. 10 rupees, 15 rupees, then 100, 200, 300. Within 500 rupees, you can get a variety of ICs. So these are the practical aspects in which your C language comes. There, when you are writing the code, the justification or judicious use of memory is very important. Not in case of your the laptop which you are having a fancy gaming laptop, okay, or any 1 lakh 2 lakh rupees laptop. For that laptop, it is very easy to execute the program if you will be writing fancy code of either 200 MB, 300 MB, even 1 GB also it will be able to run. But that particular small as the practical aspect of your programming. Okay, always remember this, and if it is ever asked to you in an interview, okay, then please answer accordingly. Okay, why I'm telling you these particular aspects? Because are not able to think in this direction. They'll think logically and they'll answer whatever that they have been taught. Okay, so sometimes the interviewer wants to know something which is important. Okay, so at that point say answers like this. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, moving forward, you all were right approximately. Okay, you all were right. I appreciate your answers, but the practical aspect I already told you. Okay, any doubts till yet? Any doubts, or if it is clear, not clear? Any doubts till this point of time? If any doubt is there, then please tell me. Otherwise, tell me that it is clear. I'll move forward. Okay. Anything you want to speak, anything comes in your mind, then please tell me. Okay. No response. Then I am assuming that everything is clear. Clear, not clear, or any doubt. Am I audible or not audible? I can see here that I am audible, but I want some response before moving forward. Okay, clear. Okay, point. Good point. Why there is so much lag? I don't know. Whether you are feeling sleepy after having a lunch, I don't know. Okay, moving forward. Okay, now we'll go through some of the questions. Already taught you the entire concepts in summary. Okay, we'll go through some of the questions as well as the answers. Why we are using malloc in programming, sir? Please revisit the yesterday's session. I have explained it in great detail. Okay, I don't know whether you have joined or not, but the recording is available. I have explained there in great detail. The malloc or malloc function is used for allocating the specific amount of memory to a pointer variable. That is the usage of a malloc function. Okay, we have seen a input and output question. I've seen a We have seen a output question also in the previous session itself. Okay, so go through that. Okay, there I have explained the clear cut aspects as well as you can see the function there itself. Okay, but main usage is this only, and as well as here itself I have provided an example. Sir, how to get the recorded session? You must have been provided a link. Okay, must have been provided a link. I am providing here itself once again. Okay. Okay, I don't know, something else got printed. Okay, just a second. I'll copy the link itself. You must have received this particular mail of the survey. In the survey mail, okay, it is very well written here that where is the recording sheet. Okay, still no problem. I'm just giving you the link. Okay, see the second link. Okay, which I'll just pin. This particular link is which I have pinned. Okay, that is having the all the things. Okay, both the recording lectures as well as the PDFs. Okay, this is the link. Okay, yeah. Now let us look at some of the examples. Okay, so I'll be walking you through all these examples, very basic examples, just for revision here itself. Okay, when realloc function failed to allocate new memory space, then the existing data in previous memory is deleted or removed. Very interesting question and very important question also. Okay, when reallocate function or realloc function is failed to allocate the new memory space, in that particular case, the existing data is retained or existing memory is retained or not. Okay, first of all, before realloc function, you have to allocate the memory. Okay, so it would be malloc. Okay, malloc. Okay, that would be the function which will come before this. Okay, after this, the this particular function will come, that is realloc. Okay, or reallocating the function. So memory, suppose in the previous session itself we have seen an example that 16 bytes of memory were allocated. After that I have used the realloc function. Okay, and that particular function allocated 8 bytes of memory. Okay, so now your question is that if sir realloc function fails. Okay, function fails, first of all understand what is meant by function failing. Function failing means there is some error. Okay, there is some error in the execution of the statement. So C language is executed line by line. So the first memory allocation has taken place. So reallocating function has not been able to reallocate the function. Okay, so that is raised the error. Okay, this particular function will not get executed means it will raise an error in the compiler. So when it will raise an error, so then there itself the compiler will stop executing the statements which were there after the statement. So here the memory which was allocated will remain as it is only. Okay, because realloc function has not been executed. That is the meaning of failing of the function. Okay, so it will remain as it is. Okay, it will not be deleted. But when you will be just appropriately calibrating the function, as well as you will be correcting the particular error, and when you will recompile the program, then that particular previous memory which was allocated, which will be deleted, and then reallocation will take place. Okay, if this statement is not executed, simple answer is this only: reallocate function has failed, means the statement is not executed. It means that the memory will be remaining as it is only. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, now comes your this particular input and output questions. Briefly we will see, then I'll ask you to attempt some of the questions. Okay, hash include std.h, then int a equal to 10, int star p equal to end a. This is the particular pointer calling. Then the output which we will get from this particular program is 10 and 10 itself, because a is also 10 and the pointer value is has also been changed to 10 only. Okay, this is the thing. A is also storing 10, p is also storing the address of a, so p will give the address stored in p which is of a, and the value will also be of a. This is example number 1. Then example number 2, array and pointer arithmetic. Okay, hash include stdio.h, then int main is written, then int arr3 is written, then 1 2 3 are the basic entities which I have declared inside the array. Then printf %d pointer arr plus 1. Arr by default is the pointer to the first element, arr plus 1 points to the second element, and pointer arr plus 1 will give the value which is at index 1, that is the 2. Okay, next, function call by value or function call by value. This is the example. Here, try to see the function. The function is update. The function update receives a copy of a. Okay, function update is receiving a copy of a. So original value will remain unchanged. If you will see here, then the output will be 10 only. Okay, here in the third line, I am calling update a. Okay, so in when I am calling the function, it is limited to the function execution. The scope of the variable is local to the function. That is why globally the value is 10 only. Okay. Then comes string and pointer. Hash include stdio.h, int main is written, then star string I have declared, then star p equal to str, then printf %c pointer p plus 1, star p plus 1. Then p points to the first character. Okay, this you have to see. P points to the first character H. Okay, by default. Okay, pointer P plus 1. Zeroth element will be H, and by default it would be pointing to zeroth element, index 0. Okay, pointer P. P points to the first character, which is H. Point star P plus 1 will point to the value, which is E. Next character only. Okay, next character only it will point. Okay, this is regarding the string and pointer. Then comes your structure and size. Okay, hash include stdio.h, then struct data is there, int a character b, then int main is written, struct variable data d I have defined. Okay, this is how you can define a variable of type structure. Okay, then printf percent lu is nothing but long unsigned. Okay, then it is written size of d. So size of d, the explanation here has been provided. Int will by default store 4 bytes, character will store 1 byte, but the concept of padding comes here. So in the multiples of the largest variable memory, the compiler will try to allocate the memory. Okay, so here from within 4 and 1, okay, what is the largest memory consuming element? That is character, that is int, which is having 4 bytes. So for the entire thing, the memory will be allocated in the multiples of 4. Okay, so in total 8 number of bytes will be stored. This is a concept which is known as padding. Okay, very very important concept. This I discussed in great detail in the previous session only. Okay, week number 12. Okay, so if you are having any doubt, then feel free to go through the recording as well as go through the PDF. There you will find this particular concept. Okay, then comes of looping and control statements. Okay, just revising here. Okay, just for your case of revision, I have put in the examples, explaining you in brief, so that you have a ready-made handout before the examination itself. Okay, and every function along with the syntax is clear to you. Okay, then hash include stdio.h, int main is there, int I equal to 0, for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. If I equal to 3, then we will continue, else we will printf I. Okay, output would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when it is 3, it is again going through the loop, and the termination condition is I less than 5. 5 is not included. Okay, that is why it would be 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, then it is written function and recursion, int function, int in. Okay, means this is the calling function inside a function. Okay, if n equal to 0, return 0, else return n plus function n minus 1. If it is multiply, then it comes then it becomes the case of factorial calculation. Okay, using the recursion function. If instead of this plus, you will place minus, then it becomes the case of factorial calculation of the factorial. But here I am using it for calculating the sum. Okay, so if I'll pass a particular element 5 as the input, then it will sum every integer from 5 till if n equal to 0, return 0, else it will try to sum. Okay, so 5, 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, that will be 15 only. Okay, this is the thing. Next is the concept of the pointers. Already gave you a lot of examples. Here also a particular example we have seen. Int equal to 5, then int b equal to 10. Okay. Pointer p equal to and a, pointer q equal to and b, pointer p equal to q. Okay. Pointer b equal to pointer b means a is equal to b. They both are becoming 10. The pointers are also becoming 10 means the values of the variables in original will also be 10 only. Okay, this is the thing. Then comes your arrays and string, character string equal to programming, printf %c, pointer string plus 4. Okay, so initially the indexing will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so fourth element index is start from 0, so string fourth element is your r only. Okay, 0, if you will try to count from 0, 0th element is p, then first element is R, then second element is O, third is G, then fourth is R. Okay, that is why it is printing R in this particular example. Okay, Next is your structures. Student s equal to 101 comma a, then printf percent d percent c s dot id s dot grade. Okay, so it is printing 101 and a. Simple access to struct using the dot operator. This we just have seen in the previous session only. Okay. Then comes your last concept which we have just dealt is file handling. File star fp f open text dot txt, then it is written w. W means writable. Writes the given file. Then fprintf fp hello c. These are the particular elements which will be stored inside the particular file. Okay. It is producing no console output. It is opening a file, okay, which is named as text.txt, and it will contain the particular phrase or particular character string as hello c. Okay, w is write mode. It creates and overwrites a file, and fprintf write to the file. Okay, this is the answer. Now comes the last concept, dynamic memory allocation. Int star ar equal to int star malloc multiply in braces 3 multiplied by size of int. Okay, this is how you will use the concept of dynamic memory allocation. Okay, then arr is 0 equal to 10, arr 1 equal to 20, arr 2 equal to 30, then printf pointer arr plus 2. Okay, so what it will just print, it will print 30. Arr plus 2 will point to the third element because indexing is starting from 0, okay, which is 30. So here you will get the output as 30. Okay, this is the conclusion. Key takeaways from this course is problem solving through programming in C builds you a solid foundation. Okay, for algorithmic thinking, logical development. You have learned the all the essential C programming concepts: variables, data types, control structure, function, array, string, pointer, structure, file handling. Everything you have just seen. Okay. You understood how to write efficient, modular, error-free code using recursion, dynamic memory, structured programming. You also emphasize debugging, tracing, optimization, crucial steps in problem solving through programming in C, as well as you will be applying these particular concepts to into the real world scenarios. Okay, it is very important for developing a low level programming skill. Low level does not means here that the level is low. Okay, low level and high level languages, you must be knowing this particular thing. High level language is generally referred to the English language in which we are communicating. Low level language is the language which the machine it understands. Okay, that is binary 0 and 1. Okay, then it is widely used in system programming, embedded systems, my compilers, and performance critical applications. Okay, concepts serve as a gateway to advanced topics like DSA, data structures and algorithms, as well as the competitive programming. Competitive programming does not mean that you just have to kick or you just have to do boxing with your opponent. No, it is not like that. Competitive programming is something else. Okay, competitive programming means making the codes efficient. Okay, one person will be writing the same code in 20-30 lines with a much higher complexity, and some person will be writing it in 5 lines. That is the practical example of competitive programming. It does not mean that you just have to kick your opponent. Okay, it is not a sport, it is competitive programming. Okay, so this was all regarding this course in brief. Okay, told you all the concepts which I could. Now we will just end the session with 5 problems. Okay, try to solve using the chat box. Okay, using the comment section itself. Okay, meanwhile I'll also take some 1 minute 2 minute break. Try to solve this particular problem. Okay, yeah, I think the examination is objective type, so only objective type questions will be there in the examination. Okay, their pattern is always mixed. Okay, 70 or 60% 50-60% questions are general only, then 30% are of medium moderate difficulty level, and 20% of are of hard level. Okay, so it is generally done in moderation. Okay, so feel free, go through all the sessions, go through all the PDFs, go through all the recorded lectures, then you will be able to clear the examination. Okay, try to solve this particular question. I'll just come back in few minutes. Okay. Yeah, numerical methods and sorting algorithms are there in the examination. Definitely, 100% they are there in the examination. It is a inherent part of the syllabus itself. In week 10 as well as in week 9, we have solved the numerical questions also. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Do try to answer. I'm just coming in few minutes. Yeah, the output is 20. Option B, because pointer equal to ARR plus 3 points to 40 and pointer minus 2 moves back to 20. Okay, very good, very nice. It is indeed 20. Okay, Ankita, then Miss Sovyakt. Okay, then Priyanka Goswami, Kunal Ghosh, then Sneha Maiti, then Roli Kushwaha, then Subiksha. All have answered it correctly except Rishi. Okay, Rishi got confused. It is not 30, it is 20 only. Okay, very good, very nice. Indeed, I think now you all are prepared for the examination. Not much is left because these type of questions only will come in the examination, as per as my knowledge. Because this is what I have taught you in the whole of the 12 weeks. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, and these are all already present in your syllabus itself. Okay, so this is what I think that it would be there in the examination. Okay, pretty confident. Feel free, free at the time of attempting the examination. Feel free, feel be confident in the examination hall. Okay, prepare well, and I think you will be able to sail through with flying colors. Okay, yes, it is indeed 20. Okay, understand the concept here itself. Int arr equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This line declares an integer array named arr. Initialize it with the values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, the array elements are stored in contiguous memory allocation. Likewise, this arr equal to 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pointer initialization is there. Int star ptr equal to arr plus 3. This line will declare an integer pointer named ptr. Okay, initialize it to and then initializes it. Okay, arr by itself is a pointer to the first element of the array. Okay, that is arr 0. Adding 3 will point it to forward to three particular elements. Okay, three particular elements. So it will be pointing to 40. Okay, then your next line will be executed, which is printf %d backslash n, means new line, and an integer will be printed star ptr minus 2. Okay, this is where the key logic happens. Ptr minus 2 is the arithmetic. Okay, subtracts 2 from the current position of the pointer. It will subtract 2 from the current position of the pointer. Okay, since ptr is an integer pointer, subtracting 2 will mean the pointer will move back 2 integer elements away in the array. So ptr minus 2 will now point to 20. Okay, output will be 20 in the console. Okay, then comes this particular question: what is the primary purpose of type def keyword in C? And your options have been given. Try to answer. Meena is asking, must in NPTEL exam we are qualified for this. This will be specifically mentioned in the your admit card. All the instructions, whether you are allowed to carry the calculator or you have to use the virtual calculator, every other aspect will be just given in the admit card itself. Okay, dereference operator is this star only. Okay, dereference operator is this star only. Star arr plus 3 star only dereference operator, which allows us to use the particular, yeah, star is the dereference operator. Okay, which allows us to access the values of the pointer itself. Okay, this is the thing. Access the value which the pointer is pointing to. Okay, star operator, that is only the dereference operator. Okay, C, 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 D. Anybody else? Lot of students have answered. Whatever you want to say, this is the last session. Okay, feel free here either to answer, to give your comments, anything. Okay, physical calculator not allowed in the examination. Very good. Then use the virtual calculator. Already I have provided you the hint and as well as demonstrated you how to use the virtual calculator, because I have listened these complaints from a long time that sir, my examination went very bad because I didn't knew how to use the calculator, virtual calculator. So well beforehand only I made you practice on the virtual calculator. Okay, this is the thing. In gate also you will receive this virtual calculator only. Okay, if you ever appear in gate examination. Yeah, D, good. C and D, okay, very good. C and D are having a tight competition. Okay, C, D, C, D, good, very good. Okay, is it C or is it D? We'll just see. It is not D. Type def is not used to not D. It is C only. Okay, it is C only. Then declare a variable as a constant. No, therefore that const is there constant. Okay, define a new function. No, it is not there. To include header file files hash include is there, preprocessor directive. Okay. So it is to create an LAS. LAS means another name, pen name. Okay, for an existing data type. Okay. Yes. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah. In C language, okay, type def in C language is used to provide a new name or to define a new name for an existing data type. Okay. Type def, this is the syntax, type def, then existing data type, and then new data type name. Okay. For example, type def int count. Okay, type def is important, then int count. Okay. What you are doing, you are providing another name for the variable for the data type, okay. After this declaration you can use the count as a synonym for the int. Okay, so count x equal to 5 will be absolutely fine, it will not raise any error. Okay, it is equivalent to int x equal to 5. Then comes your reliability. Okay, type def is very useful for making the code more readable, especially when you are dealing with complex functions. What is type def? That only I am dealing. Type def, everything is written here. Okay, yeah, that only I am explaining na, in this slide only. Be with me, okay? Don't lose hope in between. Yeah, type def is very useful for making the code more readable when dealing with complex data types like pointers to functions or structures. Okay, then type def can abstract away the underlying data type, making your code more portable. Okay, these are the particular key aspects of the type def function. Okay, then particular example we have just seen. Okay, hash include stdio.h and type def unsigned long u64. Okay, then you just have to write down u64 then equal to u64, then after that variable number big number equal to 1234, then endless you can find out because it is long data type. Okay, define a new function to no, for that it is int my function intx, type def is not used. Then to declare a constant, declare a variable as a constant, no, it is not there. For that particular keyword is there, that is const. Const. Okay. To allocate memory dynamically, no, for that malloc, calloc, realloc, these are the functions. Okay. Other options are incorrect. The only correct option is is your C only. Okay. To include header files, for that hash include is there, that is the preprocessor directive. Okay, type def is a variable tool which is used for creating meaningful aliases or another name or pen name for existing data types, enhancing code reliability, readability, and maintainability. It's about creating a new name for an old type, not defining new data types or performing other programming actions. Okay, this is the thing. Next question: what is the output of the following C code? And then another question has been provided to you. Okay. Yeah. Hash define is also a preprocessor. Yeah. Same thing. Yes. Yes, Rolly. This is the link of the virtual calculator. Yes. Each and every student, if you want to have the link of the uh, virtual calculator that has been provided in the comment section by Rolly Kushwaha. Okay. You can have it. D. Very good. C also. Very good. Everything. D, C, A, B. Don't do like this in the examination. Be very confident, then answer. Okay. This facility is available here only. Okay. Yeah. This facility of guessing, then reassigning some another answer. Okay. That is available here only. Okay, B, C, A also, D also. In the earlier question, I was very confident that all of my students will perform very well in the examination. There will be no error, anything won't be there. Okay, but now I have some of the doubts. Okay, no problem. B also okay, very good. Very basic question. Read the question. I don't know why you are answering very haphazardly. Okay, answer it using the logic. You know everything. I don't know why some mistake is there from your side. And the students which are most regular, they are committing mistakes. That raises some of the doubts in my mind. Either revision is not proper or something else is there. Okay, no problem. Correct answer would be C, 7. Okay, very easy code is there for I equal to 0, I less than 10 means I will take values from 0 to 9. Okay, 0 is inclusive, 9 is inclusive, 10 is not inclusive. If I mod 3 equal to 0, then you have to continue. Okay, if I mod 3 equal to 0, then you have to continue. Okay, else outside the braces it is written count plus plus. What is meant by continue? That the statement which is afterwards inside the loop, it will not be executed. Okay, it is continue means move to the next iteration. That is meant by the continue statement. Okay, so taking values from 0, then 1, 2, then these are the, then after that count plus plus. If this condition is not there, it is not divisible by 3, then you are just making counter increment by one value. Okay, that is the thing. So I will be initialized with value 0. Okay, it will make counter one addition, one addition in the counter, then similar to that 1, then 2, 3 mod 3 equal to 0. Yes, this condition is true. So this will not, in this particular case, the counter will not be incremented by a value. Okay, then comes 4. Yes, it will increase the counter. Then 5 also. Then 6 mod 3 equal to 0. Yes, 6 is perfectly divisible by 3. Okay, so it will also not raise the counter. Then 7 will raise the counter, 8 will raise. Okay, 9 will not raise. Okay, so how many different, what would be the value of the counter? Okay, this you just try to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So answer will be 7 only. Okay, 0 mod 3 is 0. 0 mod 3 is 0. Okay, this is a very logical doubt. Okay, 0 mod 3 is 0 only. Okay, just 1 second. I'll try to clarify. Just 1 second. I'll try to clarify. Actually, a lot of students are joining, then leaving also. I don't know. Just 1 second. Okay, no problem. Okay, here itself I have provided the logic itself. Okay, I myself a bit confused. I'll just tell you the correct answer, explanation, everything within this session only. Just give me a few minutes. I'll execute this particular code, then I'll be short. Okay, that what would be the answer. Okay, there are two possible explanations. I'll select one. Just let us just leave till meanwhile you try to solve this particular question. Okay, what would be the correct output? Okay, this is 110% to the point. Okay, meanwhile I'll just try to clarify whether what would be the answer and why is it the answer. Okay, give me a few minutes. Meanwhile you just try to answer. Okay, actually I'm working simultaneously on two different things. I'll try to clarify you this particular question. Yes, yes. Any issues? Try to answer. Yes. Anybody? Any doubts? Yeah. Option E. Then one person is saying, Meena is saying A also. Okay, no problem. It's E only. It's E only. Both A and D are correct. Okay, both A and D are correct. Okay, rest of the options won't be correct. Question was very simple. It was which of the following code file name data.text in write mode writes the string hello world to it and then closes the file. Okay, so the correct option would be both A and D. Okay, in option B, if you will see, then if write is written, hello world is written, why this size of character 13 FP everything is written, that has got no meaning. Then F close is written, that is correct. Okay, but the extra elements, they are not there for that particular function. In option C also, same thing is there. Okay, A is correct. Hash include stdio.h int main file star fp equal to f open data.txt, then w f print f hello world, then f close fp. Okay, then return 0. File star fp equal to f open, okay, data.txt w. Line will open the data.txt in write mode. Okay, if the file is existing, its contents will be overwritten. If it does not exist, it will be created. F open returns the file pointer file star, okay, which is assigned fp, and then it is printing, or this is the line f printf formatted printed to file will write the string hello world to the file associated with the file pointer. Okay, then it is f close. The line will close the file associated with the file pointer. Okay, then B option is incorrect. Okay, F write is used to write blocks in the data. It is correct. Okay, requires an opened file pointer. That is the thing. Okay, earlier we just have used F printf, but now F write it won't be used because it is used to write blocks of the data. It requires opened file pointer. Okay, first you have to open, then you have to use the function. Then in the option C, it was written data.txt. Okay, line open in read mode. So if it is in read mode, how it will write? It should be W, not R. Okay. And in option D, it is correct. File star fp equal to f open data.txt w opens the file in the write mode. Okay. Then f puts, it is fine. F puts and f printf both are fine. Okay. That is used to write inside the file only. Okay. Then it is f close. Fine. Okay. So yes, this question was regarding file pointers, then f open, then f printf, then f puts, then f write, then f close. Okay. Error handling f open, then f null. Okay. Not explicitly shown, but it is important. Okay. Yeah. Last question for the present session. Okay. Hash include stdio.h int recursive function int n, if n equal to 0, return 0, else return n plus recursive function n minus 1. Okay, int main is there, and then you have given the input as 4. Okay, try to answer. Do try to answer. Okay. Yes, yes. The correct option, which you all have just answered, you are all very correct. Okay. Correct option would be D10 only. There is no confusion in this particular question. Okay. Base case is if n equal to 0, then return 0. Else it is a recursive block. Okay. Having the function return n plus recursive function n minus 1. Okay. So it is a recursive function call which we are initializing with 3. So with 4. Okay. So base case is n equal to 0, which is false. Then return 4 plus recursive function n minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 4 plus 3. Then recursive function 3. 3 plus recursive function n minus 1, that is 2. Then similarly 2 plus recursive function 2 minus 1, that is 1. Then returns 1 plus recursive function 0. So recursive function 1 will give you 1, then 2 will give you 2 plus 1 3, then 3 will give you 3 plus 3 6, and 4 will definitely will give you 4 plus 6, that is 10. Okay, this was the it explanation. In total you will be getting the output as 10. Okay, simpler terms, it is just summing up the values from 4, 3, 2, 1 till 0. Okay, so the correct output would be 10 only. Okay, this is the thing. This marks the end of all the slides. Okay, this is the last slide which I want to present to you. Thank you. All the very best for your examination. Okay, marks the end of all the 12th session as well as the summary session. Just one small thing was left, was regarding question number 3. I'll just explain you. Okay. Yeah. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll explain you. Okay.